So tonight we have an extremely special guest, probably like his third, fourth, fifth time on the show. Who knows? Maybe 10th. But tonight we have Mr. MJ Johnson on the show. He will be talking all about the National Beard and Mustache Championships that's coming up in Casper, Wyoming in November 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. So we'll just bring him in and oh my goodness, this is just going to be amazing. You ready? Let's go. What's up, MJ?
Surprise!
Peekaboo!
Did you know it was me?
I had no idea.
I saw you.
I changed shirts so Scott wouldn't know.
I was like, what? Oh, well, because I made the comment.
Yeah.
I'll just do a real quick flashback here. But as we were checking out all these really awesome new shirts that Honest Amish made for the event,
those are awesome.
I made a comment that I'm like, wow, this is really nice that it's not another black T-shirt that you're normally used to getting at a comp. I'm like, I have about 50 black T-shirts from different events, and MJ was wearing a black T-shirt, so I think he got offended by me.
So he was like,
now we're partying tropical just to make it a little more Talking Beards-ish.
I mean, this is the most colored shirt assembly ever on Talking Beards, I think. I'm pretty sure.
There we go.
This is going to be an amazing episode. So
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I was just going to say, just tell everybody, who you are and why are you going to talk about nationals? What is your role within the National Beard Mustache Championships?
Well, I'm coming in live from Hawaii. No, I'm just kidding. Beard Lies. You busted me. Coming in live from Minneapolis, where it's a balmy 30 degrees out, so tropical shirts are still in order. My name is MJ Johnson, Razor Hater on Instagram. Won a couple contests, compete in worlds quite a bit. Made a couple appearances across the web a little bit, social media appearances a little bit. But I'm the director of growing operations for the U.S. National Beard and Mustache Championships. So I got that title going for me as well. So I'm really excited to talk about the Nationals this year, in particular, Honest Amish helping out again, title sponsor. Big fans of those. I'm actually smelling really good right now because I have my Honest Amish. Smells so good.
Man, this is really turning into a huge commercial for Honest Amish tonight.
I mean,
why wouldn't you?
It should be. That's where I am. I'm in the house that Honest Amish built. I don't know. This thing was built in 1800s.
Did they build it too?
Yeah, I guess. As I was saying it, I knew it was completely not factual. So, anyway,
all right. So
fine.
I want to ask the first question here. Why Casper, Wyoming? What's so great about Casper, Wyoming that you guys decided that this is where we want to have the national championship this year?
It's a great question. If you've ever thought back to how many nationals have you been to, Scott?
3.
None of them have ever been like with another event.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, so this time we had the opportunity at the Ford Center. They do like rodeos, all kinds of events, but they're doing their annual Booze and Bacon Fest. So that's going to be going on at the same time as the National Beard and Mustache Championship. So we wanted to do a little bit of experimentation, but it's a really fun one if you like booze or if you like bacon or if you like beards. I don't know how
they'll all be there.
So that was a big part of it. A little bit something fun for that. Plus we get a Jumbotron, so we're redoing that into the Beardtron for the weekend. We haven't really had too much of an opportunity for that before. So, and it's a big, expansive open area. So it kind of gave our creative director
basketball arena.
Yeah.
There's no reason we should be on this stage, but we're going to freaking be on this stage.
Oh, we'll be there. There.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing.
It's where the Miami Heat play.
Yeah, when they do their Wyoming tour.
Shut up, Aaron.
Where they play.
So that was a couple of the main draws for Casper. Plus, we had been pretty East Coast and Midwest with the past couple, so you kind of got to branch out a little bit and try to reach some places that don't always have access to, like New York City or things like that. So,
what do you exactly look for when it comes to finding a new venue or a new place? Because I mean, you're obviously going to places that normally don't have beard competitions in general. Like we say, where were we in Scranton, Pennsylvania last year? And
Right.
I mean, there's really nothing in that area that we've ever done before. And then the time before that in outside of Chicago, I mean, these are areas where not a lot of competitions have happened prior to this. So you guys are obviously looking for uncharted territory, but what is exactly you guys are looking for when it comes to
Uncharted is a
finding
good descriptor for that a little bit. We're looking to kind of get to places that would welcome somebody new or that they haven't been exposed to before. But it kind of also has to have something a little bit quirky about it. It doesn't have to. I said I have to. It doesn't have to, but that would always play into it. Like the Office theme, like Scranton is where they filmed The Office. So that gave it a little bit of a fun factor. Plus the people there that we talked to the city reps. So that helps us get access to networking and people and the charities and the events. So if we really like the people that represent the city, that has a lot to do with it as well. Like you want to work with people that you like. That's why one of the reasons I'm on this show. You know what I mean? So that's the type of that helps. The people helps. The city is the big deal, but the people make a big difference too, for sure.
He wants to work with me tonight, Aaron, not you.
That's what I heard. He was like, I want to work with a person that I like. And he was like, I like Scott. So
it was Scott, and he had me as soon as he switched shirts.
That was it. Yeah, y'all both did a costume change. I didn't know that's what we were supposed to do. I missed the memo.
And I
tried to get you to send me one of those shirts. I would have worn it.
I tried. So StreamYard, if you're watching this episode, we need to figure out we can send.
We need that
shirt
thing.
Yeah, like you
it's
said,
not email, it's T-mail, like T-shirt mail. T-mail.
Or if they just, like you said, have one of those like bank tube things, and they could just like figure it out, and we just and then you could have this shirt.
Yeah, just like the winner tonight, who's going to be using, as we see on the bottom, #nationals.
#nationals.
Yeah, if you guys are new into the chat right now, make sure you enter #nationals in there for a chance to win the shirt that Aaron's winning. Or wearing. Sorry.
I'm wearing it. And you're going to get the tan one.
It's breaking news. Aaron's actually winning the contest.
I won it. I won the shirt. It's why I'm already wearing it, because I won it. No, it's rigged. Freaking rigged. So speaking of rigged, I don't know. We got a beer competition this weekend. I don't know.
That was a horrible transition.
I know. I didn't know where to go with it. So Friday night, completely rigged. Tell us all about that the event that we're going to have on Friday night. National.
One of the fun factors of going to a new place is that people come out of the woodwork and kind of the national championships are there, but they see photos online of like Aaron or Scott, and they're like, I don't know if I can compete with that. I really like what I got going, but I don't know if I'm ready for like full tilt nationals yet. Friday is kind of an exhibition show. A much smaller number of categories, 5 to be exact, and anybody can do it. Anybody can party. You can just come in and kind of get a taste or an amuse-bouche of the National Beard and Mustache Championships. And you can only compete in one category Saturday, but you can also compete Friday. And then you can compete twice. That's a way for somebody to do that as well. So it's kind of a little bonus category. I know a couple people like to do that. They like to take down a Friday event and a Saturday event. So it's kind of like a side quest for some of the veterans, but it's also a really easy way, friction-free for somebody new to just try it out Friday.
So where's this event going to be Friday night?
Same place at the Ford Center. So,
Friday night's event is at the Ford Center as well?
Whoa. I think
it's at a bar downtown somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Shoot, I don't have it up right now, but it is on it'll be the exact one will be announced.
Yeah, so we'll post it on all the Nationals event pages and everything. You'll be able to find it, but it's in Casper, and Casper's really not that big, so you can probably just wander around and just be like, oh, there's a bunch of beards over there.
You can bump into it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It'll be fine. But it's downtown somewhere. But so you besides just having 5 categories for Friday night, do you have anything? It's at the Gaslight Social.
Boom! Look at this guy. Everybody knows but me.
Do you have anything else scheduled for Friday night besides the beer competition stuff?
MJ looks. Yes, there we go. Unchecked Magnum PI. That's what we're talking about. Friday is for the exhibitionists. That's the background part of it. But yeah. Sorry, what was the question? I got sidetracked by your viewers. Dropped like 3 comments on me.
So Friday night, do you have any other events going on at the Gaslight Social besides the beard competition?
Just kind of hanging out. I believe I know somebody might be vending there, but I can't remember who that would be.
I think I might vend Friday night.
Might? Oh, it might be
might
you.
as well.
It'd be a good place for you guys to pick up those commemorative T-shirts that they just.
I might have a couple of these commemorative T-shirts. You know, they're so nice that you can actually just get them as a souvenir. Even if you're part of the Brews and Bacon Festival, it's you can just get it. Just buy it.
But one super fun thing to think about too is the Guinness Book of World Records longest beard chain.
Is that Friday night?
There might be something going down Friday night. Yeah, for sure. Friday night. So there's a lot of fun things. I like to say there's a lot of ways to win at a beard contest. Seriously, what if you got into the Guinness World Records with your friends, with your beard friends?
I mean, that's amazing.
Is that not epic?
I think that's pretty much going to be my goal in life, is to be part of this daisy chain thing.
Like when we got everybody in the book, in the print edition of the book for the online 2020 nationals, who saw that coming? Seriously. And then
that was pretty amazing.
If you got the book and then you got to the page and then you saw yourself in there, seriously.
Except for like the 2 rows that got cut off, and I was in one of those 2 rows.
I think I was too.
Yeah.
You and I were both.
Yeah, I've gotten a number of DMs on Instagram from a couple of those people.
It happens. It was still super cool. Like
we tried.
The beard community was still represented very
strong.
There was
dozens and dozens of us.
It was awesome, man. Like if you weren't in it, at least you knew a bunch of people that were. So that's equally as cool, I think. Ooh.
That is absolutely true.
Is that happening Friday night? Are we finally Guinness is going to honor
breaking
the work
news? You nailed it.
There it is.
That's what it is. It's
going to ban it from all
number 1 worst.
Look at that, MJ. You're going to get to be in Guinness again,
dude. It's over. It's so many times now.
Oh my gosh! So Friday night we got Guinness. We've got some competitions going on. Are there any new additions to the website that we were talking about earlier? Was it the National Beard Championships.com? Is that it?
Yeah, nationalbeardchampionships.com. And look at very astute of you, Aaron. Back in the day, let me preface this first, though. Back in the day, anybody who watched Whisker Wars and saw that type of thing, the old Beard Team USA first original website used to have a little flowing stream of about 6 competition photos, and is mostly of like from Worlds and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I saw that, and I had a goal of mine personally before I'd won like anything. I'd be like, wow, that'd be super fun to just be featured.
You want to be on that website.
I wanted to be on that. It was kind of like making the Hall of Fame a little bit. It's not that cool, but it was along those lines. But anyways, I finally convinced them to put one of my photos up there, and so did Jackie Ellison, one of my best bearding buddies that there's ever been. We both got on there, and we like had a beer, and we cheers, and we thought it was awesome. One of the things that just got added to the nationalbeardchampionships.com under the competitor gallery, we added 1, 2, 3, 4 years worth of portraits to the site. So if you competed in 2021, 2019, 2016, or 2015, you are archived. If you got a Greg Anderson portrait, archived permanently on the nationalbeardchampionships.com. And
that's so awesome.
Anybody that sits for a portrait for Greg Anderson at this year's comp, you will be archived in perpetuity for all those to see, displaying your favorite beard style that you come up with that day. A little piece of history for yourself.
Yeah, and once again, Greg Anderson will be at this. Look at that guy.
That guy looks good.
Greg Anderson will be my all-time favorite photographer. Like, he's just an awesome dude, number one, but he is like a fantastic photographer, like one of the best around. And he focuses heavily on beards and mustaches, and has been at a lot of these competitions, and he will be at this event taking pictures of once again. Oh, okay, ugh.
Oh my god!
Wow,
That's
rude.
fast forwarded.
Wow, it's like, oh, Scott's on there. Let's take 45 minutes. Well, no, it's fine. We don't need it on there.
Yeah, but yeah, Greg is going to be there taking pictures.
Greg's going to be there. Yep.
This is,
and the other, so for sure you'll get one of the things. One of my favorite quotes. I got interviewed by the local paper back in like 2011 or whatever when I won the Minnesota State Moustache Championship, and I started the Minneapolis Beard and Mustache Club. They said, "Why did you do that?" And I said, and I brought my friend who is a portrait photographer as well to my very first event. We took photos right away. And I said, it's because I wanted to archive modern man handsome. So like what everybody currently looks like, then you get to see what a modern style was for that moment in time. Like it's fun to look at like old photos from the 1910s or 1930s or 50s, just to see everybody's hairstyle or beard style, how they were parting. So if it's not archived, you kind of lose a little bit of that. So we wanted to make sure we captured everybody and then had a place for to be permanently on display. So,
and then in 100 years, when they're still doing beard competitions, they can go back and look at us.
These will be the original OG superstar mega ultra book writers.
Absolutely. There are going to be so many books written about you.
Yes.
All of them. So Saturday is the big show. What time's this thing going to kick off on Saturday?
Noonish. So
noonish.
We're partying early. We got to load in. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Nationals has a really good team, as you know. You've sat in on the Zoom meetings, and it's a lot that goes into it, man. So, but we got Cranking Squad. We're going to load up. Judges meeting at 11. We're going to get it going. It's going to be great. I saw there's somebody was asking if there was going to be a parade.
Yeah, I just saw that.
We don't have that planned, but that's not a no.
It's not a no. We can always just parade. We don't have to have it scheduled. We can just conga line right through the I keep wanting to say bacon and brews, but it's booze and bacon. Yeah. Well, so we can just conga line through that event.
Well, and that would be a perfect way to advertise the event. I mean, definitely all the people that are there are going to see all these bearded guys and girls coming through. That'll definitely get some attention. And that's part of the thing is crossing these two events together, getting these other people who've never experienced an event like this to stick around and really get involved and hopefully maybe suck a few of them in, you know, even if not into this event, but a future one down the road, you know.
Plus the potential to blow somebody's mind. If they've never seen a beard contest before, we went out of our way to match when the Booze and Bacon Fest is going on to displaying some of the craft beard categories. So just to make sure they get a little extra limelight when there's like an extra ton of people there from a fan's perspective.
So from about noonish to 3ish, there'll be a pretty good overlap of
There's going to be an overlap. Right? Don't quote me on what category is going because that's not my area of expertise.
Right, but that 3 hour-ish block will be.
We're trying to get
extra eyeballs on those categories, so that's going to be really cool, and it'll be good exposure for the entire beer community. That all these new people are going to see what is going to be a spectacle. I mean, if we go with the craft categories or the freestyle categories or something like that at the beginning, dude. Like you said, their minds are just going to be blown. People aren't going to know.
If you thought you were just going to go rip bacon and booze, and then all of a sudden freestyle and craft beards comes up in your grill, there's going to be some smiles. The parade's a good idea. If you're not competing, well, there might be a parade going on. Maybe.
Wow, look at that! Talking Beards chat room actually.
Conga line. There we go.
Conga line of beards.
Look where the imagination goes when it's beards, booze, and bacon. We're over here to parade. Conga line. I mean, this is going to be good.
Thank you, Ricardo. Magnets. That was very nice of you to suggest that.
Good vocabulary is going on. The Talking Beards fan base is very well educated.
Yeah.
They are tonight. They just because all these extra people showed up because MJ's in the house, so they're like, they all got their encyclopedias out and the thesauruses and all that good stuff, trying to look all professional. I appreciate it. You're making us look good tonight, guys. Thanks. We appreciate it.
They're
Brian
doing a great
Pollock
job
says
locally.
doing a great job locally promoting it. So let's get more into the event right now. Let's talk about what about some judges?
Judges. Well, we know a thing or two about that. I'm a resident judge, which is interesting for me. I went to competing a lot, but so this will be 1, 2, 3. This will be my third in a row sitting behind the judges table. But if anybody knows who Toot Joslin is, he's actually one of the original beard people that inspired me to even start back in 2009. Google image search Toot Joslin sideburns, and you're going to see what a world champion looks like. He's a 2-time world champion, often going up against the very best. When there was a smaller amount of categories, you'd go against the very best Europe had to offer. Boom, dropping golds on him. Amazing. John Buckler, anybody have heard of him? Have you ever seen Whisker Wars?
That's amazing.
Aaron, I know you're a fan of Whisker Wars. I mean, we've talked about this probably 20 times at contests. But John Buckler is really interesting because the amount of people that have told me personally that he inspired them to do freestyle. I mean, you're talking about like a who's who. Isaiah Webb, Incredibeard. John is one of his like very, very first inspirations. I mean,
he was a lot of people's. Yeah, he was a lot of people's
Chad
inspiration.
Roberts.
He was an OG freestyle person for sure.
Oh, totally. I mean, these guys. I mean, Incredibeard, Jason Kiley, Chad Roberts. I mean, these are like the best of the best, and they're like saying this guy was a killer. You know what I mean? So he hasn't been at a contest for a really long time. He'll be popping in. He's not freestyling, but he's actually like an incredible human being. Like if he was just dead no beard, you would love to talk to him because he's super cool.
Does he have facial hair still, or is he shaved?
Ooh, I'm gonna leave that as a mystery box.
Yeah, when you get there, you're gonna find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, and we have
who else we got?
Yeah, we have Sarita and Emily, who are art professors at Wyoming universities.
Okay.
So they've seen a lot. They know how to put what they see into descriptors. I mean, it's a really fun aspect of it. I don't know what all categories they're going to be in, but when they do, it's going to be a huge benefit.
There you go, Chad Roberts. Look at that. Buckler is awesome.
Buckler is awesome.
Ricardo wants to know about sorry, I just bring this up real quick. He wants to type a link. What link are you talking about, Ricardo? And we'll get it up for you. The link for something.
NationalBeardChampionships.com, I assume.
If it is,
it's at the bottom.
Going across the bottom right now.
NationalBeardChampionships.com for sure. And then when you grow your beard, you're kind of building it. We have the national bodybuilding champion, Daniel Ziegler. He won the Mr. Natural Olympia. This is actually his second time judging. He was a judge at the 2020 online nationals.
Okay.
So this will be his first time judging in person, but he's actually pretty experienced now. So just having somebody, we like having national champions of other sports or other categories in the mix. And he's actually going to do it's Dan's Beard on Instagram, DANZBEARD. He's going to do like a whole thing coming up of him traveling to the contest. Do like a whole like Instagram social thing. It's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, we have the county commissioner, Jim Milne, who has got there he is. So
there he is. Look at that stash.
Look at that cowboy hat.
I mean, that's just a hat in Wyoming.
That's just a regular hat in Wyoming. I think you have to wear one of those to get into the state, I believe. Right off the airport, you have to have one of those on, otherwise you don't get in.
We have ours in the trunk of the car. We're ready to cross that Wyoming border.
Good. Oh, the name of Toot Joslin, TOOT space JOSLIN. Toot Joslin. Wait till you get a load of these sideburns. He actually invented this style. I used to do this style as well. 100% inspired by him. When you see it at first, you don't really know what all goes into it. But like, how does he do it? But the trick is he actually ties his sideburns in a knot behind his head and then styles it from there. So if you look at these photos with that in mind, he grew out his sideburns long enough to tie them behind the back of his head and then styles it. So it's
That's pretty cool.
Awesome. It's pretty awesome.
I like that.
I like this. I hope he doesn't leave like the mayor of Nolanville did.
Yeah, so Scott and I were emceeing a beer competition in Nolanville probably about a month ago, and literally the mayor of the town was one of the judges. Mid-category, he just got up and left.
Why?
He had to go. I don't know.
It's an emergency or something. I don't know.
He didn't say anything to anybody. He was like,
he's like, I'm out. Bye.
Out. Yep. We're just looking around. We're like, wait a minute, we're missing a judge. And someone's like, there he is right there. He's leaving.
That's the
and so me and Scott just talked trash to him as he was walking out the door.
Oh,
we're like, hey, there must be a cat in the tree.
Yeah, we both were. Straight up. We're like, vote for Mayor Ryan or whatever the heck his name was. We're like, he sticks around for beer competitions real good. See ya.
Funny.
He is bounced. But yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen at Nationals.
Yeah. Well, we have some backups. I'll have to, if somebody bails, I'm calling Taylor up, I think. So
there you go. Taylor will come from the bullpen.
We have a couple bullpen people. So
okay. But they're bullpen people. They don't really matter. The main people that matter are, the people that have already been announced and talked about.
Right.
So, okay.
But there's one person, one of the most important people that has not been spoken about yet.
So who's going to MC this event?
This made me so happy when you told me. Like,
no one knows yet, Scott.
That's right.
Anyone. I mean, this is breaking news right now.
Yeah.
Who's going to be your MC? This is like,
pretty stoked on this one for me. The MC for this year's National Beard and Mustache Championships is Adam Paul Cosgrove of American Mustache Institute.
That's awesome.
He's I told Aaron the story just a second ago, but I'm gonna tell it again just because I love it to pieces. Adam's one of my favorite people. I think he's the English professor. I was telling somebody else that he's like the best guy you could possibly get for an MC of a beard contest. I go, best information, best charisma, best vocabulary. Adam, tell him about it. What do you think of your vocabulary? And he turns back to the guy and goes, it's good. And that's all. And just left it dry like that. Just left me hanging dead after I just talked his vocabulary up like crazy. But I mean, that's how he is. He's got a million awesome descriptors for just about everything. It's funny. It's intelligent. He cares about the facial hair community. I mean, everybody likes American Mustache Institute. It's one of my favorite things in all of beard contests, beard lore, Modern Man Handsome, anything. But I love American Mustache Institute.
I want to say one specific thing about Adam. Like, honest to God, if it were not for Adam, this show would not have existed. I would have never I still remember this one time him and I were walking. I won't
hold that against him.
You can, but it was this one night him and I were walking the streets of Pittsburgh, and I started explaining to him the whole idea of what I wanted to do, starting the Beardcaster. And he's like, dude, this is such a great idea. You got to do it. And I'm like, hey, do you want to do it with me? He's like, I'm just too busy. But he's like, it's a great idea. You really need to do it. And he really pushed me into starting the whole podcast and it developing into what it is now. So, I mean, you have him to thank for a lot of this too. So
I'm like a generic backup Adam Cosgrove.
Pretty much.
I'll take it.
I mean, he's highly interested in leveling other people up. I mean,
yeah.
It's awesome. Plus, the sense of humor is just ridiculous. Did you guys ever hear about when they sent the guy down to training camp in Florida?
No.
You know who Don Mattingly is, the baseball player? He has he has a sweet mustache. He's the first baseman for the Yankees. Had a sweet mustache for 20 years. But he went down to Tampa or whatever. But they, for some reason, have like a no facial hair rule for their players and managers. So he had to shave his mustache. So American Mustache Institute sent down a reporter. So, and the video is awesome. So there's like 6 reporters all grilling Mattingly, all pitching, your shortstop. But then it's time for the American Mustache Institute guy to ask him a question. And he seriously asked Don Mattingly, hey, how could you turn your back on your people?
What did he say?
Mattingly goes, my people. It was awesome. Then he just skated around it after that and just started moving like a fish. But it was awesome.
That's
the type of stuff that those guys got away with.
Brian Nelson says the most important thing.
Sup. That's all you got.
Speaking of someone with like the best vocabulary, full of like really like hard hitting stuff that you really want to have long conversations with, Brian T. Nelson.
It's
right
good.
Here. Sup.
It's good.
It's good. We have one thing that got put in here. He said, is there a tentative schedule for Saturday? I've made an appointment to see a local barber before competition. So noonish, you said that's it's kicking off.
Yeah.
So that's
11:30. I mean, I think is like the exact start time, but yeah. So if you're going to a barber, maybe probably get them before that. There will be barbers on site as well.
There you go. So tell us about the barbers that are going to be on site for Saturday.
I don't know that exact one.
There's a few, or there's going to be like rotating barbers, right? Like, isn't it a whole barbershop's bringing a booth and like?
Shoot, I don't have that info on me right this second.
It's all good, but there will be barbers on site. You could just make it up; it'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll just make up the names.
But there will be barbers there, so that is the most important thing. So if you are planning on a barber shop appointment, maybe you don't have to. You could just get to the competition early and hang out and, have one of the local barbers that are there, cut your beard.
And which is actually kind of helpful sometimes for prejudging.
Yeah.
Like for length, or if your mustache if you went too far off the thing, or if your beard is a centimeter too far.
There you go. So if you're like, I'm trying to be in the 12-inch category and you show up 12.1 inches. Then
and that brings up a completely good, valid point. And this was something we kind of touched upon earlier too, like knowing what category you fit into. Like that to me is like when I first started, and for anyone, I mean, we have a ton of new people in the chat room tonight that we normally don't see. And obviously people that are going to be attending the event. And, if you're new in the whole scene of beard competitions, knowing what category you fit into. And that was like one of my big things when I first started in my first competition. Like I walked in there and I'm like, I don't know what category I go into. And coming into an event like this that has how many categories are in this one?
52.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
For now, if there's like nobody in one,
there's 50-ish categories.
There's 50-ish categories.
Yeah,
that's a really good point, Scott. Like I like when you first go, you're like, what category do I qualify? If I don't qualify, do I not get in anymore? So those are some of the challenges if you've never been to any beard contest, or if you've never been to the national championships before. So, but it's actually part of the fun too. So like when you look back on it, that's some of those like hurdles and jumps are part of what make the memory fun, or the journey fun. And it can start you off on like the rest of your super fun beard journey for the rest of your life, just by diving in. Pick one, go for it. And then either you nailed it, or maybe you find something out really interesting about it at prejudging. You're like, oh, this little nuance and stuff like that. So
speaking of barbers at national events, this is one of the barbers from Scranton last year. What's up, guys?
Zinger.
Yeah. Y'all should travel to Casper this 2 weeks from now. You hurry up.
Just put the chair in the truck and
throw it in the back. Let's go. Yeah, you can come cut at my booth. Hang out.
So if you go to nationalbeardchampionships.com, there is at the top, there is a thing for categories. So you can go in and kind of get a basic here's all your different main type of, I mean, literally there's 4 different main type of mustaches and beards. And if you click under, it breaks down each one and basically gives you a little bit of information about each one. Now, the nice thing about going to an event like the Nationals is you get an idea by going to this website and kind of finding where you think you fall. But when you get to the event, they have a group of people there that are there to help number one, help you really get into the right category you need to be in, and two, help you make any type of adjustments that you need to do to fit into your category or fit into a different category that you may not have thought you belonged in.
Totally. Yeah, definitely check out this. What you're scrolling on right now is a really good tool. Yeah, the categories, mustache, partial beard, full beards, and craft. But then you click on it and all the classes come up, or the subcategories or classes. And then you can kind of get into it a little bit.
Yeah, it's just as you open each one, it just like it's huger and just more and more information. But yeah, I mean, it's super overwhelming for sure. I mean, that's the way I felt when I went into my first one. I'm like, I have no idea. And as you get there and you meet the people, they just they relax you and make you feel comfortable. And
That's
especially
point,
with nationals and having the groups of people that, like, for instance, Natalie, she's there measuring people, making sure they fit into their category, answering any kind of question you possibly have. I mean, there's tons of educated people there that the nationals have on hand to help you make the right decisions, help you change and adjust whatever you need. Where did that all come about? Like, was that just because of the need of the people that you guys started doing that, or was it to just make sure that each one's in the right category, having those groups of people?
Prejudging is crazy important for a couple reasons. You touched on the one of helping somebody new get into the right category, but also setting the fair playing field. When you go to Europe in like the world championships, prejudging is intense. Like, these guys are like, they're up on you. Like, they're following their buddy. They're making sure that nobody cheats or tries to, or if there is, you're canceled. You got to go fix it. So setting the fair playing field is a super huge advantage for the competitors, for the contest, but also for the judges. It shouldn't have to be the judge's job when a competitor walks up on stage, for the judge to figure out if they qualify for that category. They only get to see them for a split second, and they got to do the quality. They got to do the fantastic. They got to do the shape, the color, all of that. So when you have people like Natalie or like Wolfgang is the top prejudge at Worlds. He's incredible. He knows every category. He's the nicest person. It's super duper important. So if you bumped into like Natalie or whoever's working and they pass you through, the judges can be confident that person belongs in that category. The competitor is confident that they have a fair playing field. You know what I mean? So it's where the rubber hits the road a little bit. They got to be awesome for competitors. They got to be awesome for competitors to make sure it's a fair playing field, and they're helping out the judges as well, which helps the whole contest. So yeah,
it definitely helps make everything kind of run a lot smoother too, because then you don't have way smoother, because you get to these smaller competitions that don't do any prejudging. You got some dudes like, oh, I showed up late, and then his beard is completely not even in the right category. Then it just throws a wrench in the whole night. And that's just one thing that you really try to avoid at a bigger event like a nationals or a worlds. You just want everyone to be ready to go and be scheduled, and that's part of prejudging.
Yeah.
So just to throw this in too, now in the past, we've done prejudging on Fridays the day before, or you can get prejudged the morning of. Now, is that the same with this one? Are you guys doing prejudging the day before, or is it all doors open at 12, come and get prejudged? I mean, how is this all working?
Well, it can depend on the category too. Like a freestyle, you want to be. We're announced like the exact rules on that one a little bit closer to it, but mostly day of we prefer. But there will be some ways to get prejudged.
And there's going to be and it's not like there's like two people there prejudging. There's a table with probably 15, 20 people there. So it's nothing that's going to like slow you up and getting into the event. It's part of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it's just part of it.
And I've seen the best of the best get sent out of prejudging. So like if you need to do a little take something down, or you're not quite qualified, it's not like super bad. Like I've seen like people that have won world championships before get discoed out of prejudging because they were a little bit too long somewhere. You know what I mean? So it happens to everybody, but it's all about like a fair playing field, and it's a good thing that it all happens.
So we got an opportunity to back up real quick. This is the barber that's going to be the shop for him, Gentleman's Salon and Barbershop. So it's a local barbershop, and it's kind of funny about this shop. When we went up there in August, I was just driving around Casper and I saw it, and it looked like a really cool barbershop. So I went in and it's like, hey, we're doing the National Beard Championships. Here's some Honest Amish. And they're like, oh, we're already coming. We're going to be there cutting hair. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll see you. You already
Did you
know
get your
about
haircut?
it. No, heck no.
Oh, okay.
I got a barber.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Speaking of Honest Amish, don't forget, everyone, if there's any new people in the chat room right now, #nationals to enter to win one of the shirts that one of the commemorative 2022 National Beard and Mustache Championships presented by Honest Amish. That shirt's just beautiful.
You might be the next meme, Aaron. That's one of those that trick, like where it looks blue or it looks tan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is it the tan shirt or is it the blue shirt? Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Any answer is correct.
It's right. All the answers are correct.
But the design is killer, by the way.
Dude, he did an amazing job on this design. That is fast.
Those look great.
So we're about out of time, but one of the main things that we really focus on at beard competitions is the charity aspect of it. And what charities are you going to be working with this year?
Well, that's one of the things that's nice about Casper is we like the people, and they had 2 really cool charities right off the bat. They're like, we've been working with these people for a long time. We absolutely love them. So we got drawn into it right away. Project Kenny is the first one. What they do is they kind of give veterans a service dog, but not just any service dog. It's called a Kenny dog. So they train the dogs. They hook the veterans up with the service dog, but then they continue to pay for the food and pay for veterinarian bills. So it's really cool.
That's
this
awesome,
guy,
man.
The veteran, kind of levels it up. And so, getting a veteran a Kenny dog, that's what Project Kenny does. And it's really cool. The other one is Unaccompanied Student Initiative. And what they do is in a number of ways, they help students 18 to 20 who are currently homeless.
Okay.
And help them out in a multitude of ways. So
is this a Casper charity or is this a national?
No, it's local. Yep.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So a lot of ways to level up some really cool people with the charities that we picked. So.
Well, those seem like pretty couple solid charities.
They're
to
pretty
me.
Good.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Man, I don't even know. Well, we could probably talk about nationals for probably like 13 hours.
Right.
There's so much to this event. It's going to be a long day, so pack a lunch or just come and eat bacon.
Or just come eat bacon.
There you go. The Ford Wyoming Center is amazing. I mean, Casper seems really cool. One of the things that we touch on, we try to, and not necessarily donuts, Scott, because Scott loves donuts and he always brings up donuts every time, but it's the weather. That's one thing that we've all kind of worried about with Casper. So Friday, it's looking at 40 and 22. Saturday, looking at 41, 21. And Sunday, 40 and 21. But no snow.
Nice.
There's no snow in the forecast. I think it's supposed to snow this weekend.
Great.
So next weekend, I mean, we have 5 days of partly cloudy, so there'll probably be some snow on the ground, but there's no blizzard. So pack a jacket, maybe some long johns, maybe some, a baby Yoda onesie, whatever you got to do to get yourself
Bucky one,
or a Bucky's onesie, whatever you need to stay warm. Probably bring it, especially if you're from the South. But this is probably like summertime warm to you, because you're from Minneapolis and it's already -50 there probably.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm ready for this, going south. I got my Hawaii shirt on. So basically it's like your Casper shirt.
Pretty much.
All right. So if anyone needs any more information about this, just go to nationalbeardchampionships.com. Pretty much all the information they're going to need to know is found there, right, MJ?
Absolutely. That's all you got to do at nationalbeardchampionships.com. You can find us at Beard Champs USA on Instagram, National Beard and Mustache Championships on Facebook.
There you go. Everywhere. Just Google National Beard Championships and you're going to find information.
Yeah, you're going to find it.
And any parting words, anything that we didn't touch on that you want to bring up, or
It's going to be awesome. That's all I got to say. We might have a couple things, surprises left.
Gosh, I can't wait. So November 11th, 12th, and 13th, Casper, Wyoming. Be there, be square, as the kids say. MJ, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Pleasure was all mine, as usual.
Well, you did a great job. And oh, dang it, we didn't do it. We were gonna bust that out. We forgot.
You did it.
You did it. Oh well. There's a lot going on. We can't hit all the little picture-y things when we want to, but we try.
Can try.
All right. National Beard Championships coming up. Casper, Wyoming. Thank you, MJ.
Thank you.
Have a great night.